Hello and welcome to Squib TV. I'm Samuel Layton, joined by James Cartwright, and today we're going to be talking about
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Last season was a decent season for the Chiefs. They managed to get themselves into the playoffs, although they didn't manage to get too far in the playoffs. One of the most exciting sides in the NFL on their day, James. What do you think the Chiefs are going to be like in 2017?
I think they'll be very competitive again. I think they're a solid side. I was very I was very disappointed by them in the playoffs. Obviously, I wasn't disappointed by the game because it was a defeat to the Steelers, but they didn't really come and play their best game on offense. I think that's where they struggle at times. I don't think Alex Smith is quite... Well, I don't think he's anywhere near elite. I think he gets you by, wins you a few games, but... You know, he's not the man to bring a Super Bowl home. Maybe this season he might. I think they're going to be one of the biggest contenders in the AFC West, potential division winners, but they've drafted a guy, Patrick Mahomes second. Potentially he might be the guy to lead them on.
Yeah, I did want to mention Patrick Mahomes at some point. I'm glad that you brought him in quite early because I just want you to go back a few years when Alex Smith's in San Francisco. Looks like he's going to be the guy. Draft this guy, Colin Kaepernick. Next thing you know, Smith's out. At the first opportunity to get Kaepernick under centre, they got him in. Smith never got a look at that starting job again. Can you see that happening again in Kansas City maybe? This guy was drafted in the first round. You know he's got a bit of talent. A lot of teams are looking at him. Do you think he's going to be the guy that Andy Reid wants as his number one man?
I think in the long term, I think this is Alex Smith's last season in Kansas City for myself, just because, as I said earlier, he's very limited. You hope he's going to go on and do things, but I don't understand how this guy was a first round pick. It doesn't make any sense to me. And he's just not developed. He's an all right QB, but he's just not. He's an average QB.
Yeah, I think he's one he can start for most teams. If you've got, he's the classic stopgap, isn't he? Really, I think he's someone who will get you wins now and then, but he's not going to necessarily deliver Super Bowls. He's not going to be in that class of Tom Brady, Eli Manning, even, who can actually go out there and perform in the big games. Now, they lose Jamal Charles to Denver, but as we mentioned in the Broncos video, I think he's coming towards the end of his career. Spencer Ware is their starting running back now, and CJ Spiller comes in, a guy who's been played for pretty much 300 NFL teams by now. What do you think of that move? Is it going to help him in the offense?
Not really. I don't think. He's not done much again. Why was he a first round? He was in the first round, wasn't he, a few years back? Yeah. And he did a few things for the Bills and then hasn't really been a major player in the game. I think he might get a few yards for them. The guy that probably is going to be the most impressive rookie, because going back to rookies, is Juju Chesson, the wide receiver. I'm giving them an option now that Jeremy Maclin has left the side, so you could put himself as the main man. I'm hopeful with Mahomes and Chesson in a few years' time the Chiefs will actually be an exciting side, because over here on British TV, I don't know whether you remember last season, BBC, I think Ozzy Umenyiora was very critical of the Chiefs, found them a very boring side. Maybe next season they can be an exciting side that you want to watch. But the main thing with the Chiefs is probably going to be the playmakers on defence again. The likes of Tamba Hali, Eric Berry is re-signed, I believe. So you've got plenty of players in that defensive zone, and that'll probably win them games.
Yeah, I think defence and special teams is something that helps the Chiefs as well. When they've got a player like Tyreek Hill, hopefully you can get him doing a bit of running, catching, even get him throwing maybe, as Don Tari Poe did last season, who's unfortunately left the side.
Unfortunately left, which is a massive loss in my opinion.
I think the Chiefs are just one of those sides. Maclin getting cut was a surprise to me. He was the number one guy there. Tyreek Hill is obviously going to be a threat. Albert Wilson's still there. He's a decent receiver. Their main receiver is obviously Travis Kelce, which I think is very good because Kelce is one of the best tight ends in the business. But when your main guy is a tight end, I think that just shows, in the air you're not going to be as much a threat. And I think that's what the Chiefs need to build on. And getting rid of a veteran like Maclin, especially when you talk about Juju Chesson coming in, he could have been the sort of guy who was going to help him out maybe, and
potentially.
You hope the Chiefs will do all right in that way. Going back to that defence though, obviously Tamba Hali in a Twitter rant recently wants more snaps, but Eric Berry, what a leader he is, and the first guy I believe to win a game on a 2-point conversion interception when he took it to the house against the Falcons.
It was a very good game.
It was a cracking game. Yeah, that's what I mean. The Chiefs can get involved in games. I think they'll keep games close.
Yeah.
They do it. They excite me in certain terms. I like Tyreek Hill. I think he's brilliant. I like the fact that anytime he's on the field, there's a threat if he gets it in the ball in his hands running, if he gets it, if he makes a play through the air, if it's a kick return. But teams have worked him out now. Are they going to kick it to him anymore? I wouldn't.
Wouldn't you? I just think he's got that pace. I don't really think you can train yourself against that. Once he's got that edge against you, he's gone. So, you can train and put players on certain parts of the field, but if he just gets that couple of yards away from an averagely paced kicker, then he's away, isn't he? Yeah. Even if he gets away from anyone in the game, I think, there's only 100-metre sprinters, the likes of Gately who could chase this man.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, he's one of the fastest humans alive, probably, and he does bring a bit of excitement to the Chiefs. But yeah, I think going into this season, then tough division. I think they'll be better than the Broncos. I think they'll be a roundabout with the Raiders. What do you think?
Well, I can't really predict. I'm just going to say whoever wins them games between the Raiders and Chiefs is sealing this division for me.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Anything else you want to add on the Chiefs?
Not particularly, no.
No? Well, thank you very much for watching. If you disagree with us, if you're a Chiefs fan and you think that there's a few more players we haven't mentioned there, which I'm sure there is, or if you think that they are a really exciting team, please let us know. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to comment anything that you think. Follow us on Twitter @Squib_TV. Thank you very much for watching.
It's a touchdown.